receive God's blessing in return. Your urgent gift today of $25 will help rush a survival food box filled with life-saving essentials and matzah for the Passover Holy Day. Call, scan, or go online now.
I'm not exaggerating when I tell you, I don't know how much longer she could have waited for us to come.
I can't even grow my food anymore. What will happen to me? I'm doomed to starve.
Tens of thousands of elderly Holocaust survivors in the former Soviet Union are living in extreme poverty, hungry, and forgotten. But through the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, we can bring them hope.
Eggs. It's my favorite food. May you be blessed.
You say to them, we see you and we're here to help.
Please don't delay. Call, scan, or go online now.
Welcome to Wayne Allen Root Show.
Good to see you again, man. How's everything going in Viva Las Vegas?
He loves Israel. He loves our country.
I'm always ready to fight, Gary. Always ready to fight.
One of the most popular hosts.
You are my Superman. Thank you.
Thank you.
He's got radio. He's got television. He's got a beautiful wife.
We are under invasion at the border.
This is the kind of thing he talks about because he's about common sense.
Make faith and belief in country cool again.
You are truly a breath of fresh air. I'm with you about 99% of the time.
It's okay if you're wrong 1% of the time. That's pretty good.
Wayne Allen Root.
I salute you.
Where's Wayne? Where is Wayne Allen Root? Where the hell is he?
All right, the Root's on fire. I'm Wayne Allen Root. This is America's Top 10 Countdown. You've heard of the mainstream media. Welcome to the mainstream media. I'm the loudest MAGA mouth in the USA and proud of it. Coming to you from Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world. I'm the hardest working man in showbiz, certainly conservative showbiz, with the fastest show in the history of TV. This show is conservative patriotic talk on steroids, squared to the 1,000th power. Reminder, my command central, rootforamerica.com. At the top are 3 tabs. Watch Wayne on TV, listen to Wayne on the radio, listen to Wayne's podcast, click and you're on live, or you can watch or listen to a library of all of my recent shows, or I give you links to every single show so you can watch on any device you've got. rootforamerica.com. I keep it simple. Everything I've got is there. My email, WayneRoot@gmail.com. Email me anytime. Love to hear from you. Love to hear what you think of the show. I read every single email and I answer almost all of them. WayneRoot@gmail.com. Also, I wanted to tell you about my latest venture. You asked for it, I delivered. I now have a 2-hour video podcast daily, earlier in the evening than my old Root Reaction used to be, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. Rumble is one place you can find it. Just type in Wayne Root or Wayne Allen Root, it pops up. Or go to untamednation.com. It's also live streamed at my X and my Getter pages as well. At Real Wayne Root at X, at Real Wayne Root at Getter. Every night from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. For more information, just go to rootforamerica.com. All right, I just returned from Palm Beach, Florida. I was at Mar-a-Lago, President Trump's home and his beautiful estate, where I was host and master of ceremonies for the largest and most star-studded Lincoln Day dinner and gala in the nation. About 800 attended, full house, sold out. And as my speech, I gave a sneak preview to the whole crowd of my top 10 show. I thought you'd enjoy seeing a few photos from my fantastic weekend. Go to the screen, Patar. Let me see the photos so I can kind of talk you through it. There's my wife, Cindy, and I in front of Mar-a-Lago. Is that beautiful? Wow, that's inside Mar-a-Lago in President Trump's study. There's an old painting of President Trump as a young man. That's inside the entrance of Mar-a-Lago, just the most beautiful place you've ever seen. Cindy and I in the dining room at Mar-a-Lago. I had a chance to talk to President Trump, chat with him a little bit. Cindy and I at the Beach Club at Mar-a-Lago. Sitting next to us having lunch was Sly Stallone. There's me hosting Master of Ceremonies of the Palm Beach Lincoln Day Gala. You see it, almost 1,000 people were going to be seated momentarily. I took a quick snapshot. There's Cindy and I at the event. So I just wanted to share a few of our memories from a great weekend with you. All right, so it's time for my opening commentary. It's titled, How President Trump Can Prove the 2020 Election Was Stolen and Charge the Democrat Party with RICO statutes. All roads lead to Elon Musk. President Trump is the GOAT, the greatest president of my lifetime. And by the end of his second term, I'm betting he will be seen as the greatest president of all time. So far, what he has accomplished in only 2.5 months is amazing, unimaginable, and breathtaking. In 2.5 months, he's already achieved more great things than my hero Ronald Reagan did in 8 years. How about that? But there is one thing Trump should be focused on above all else. One thing he should be aiming all the cannons at. One thing that changes everything. President Trump must prove the 2020 election was stolen, bring the hard evidence to the American people that no one can deny, and charge the Democrat Party with RICO, where they could take everything away from you, everything, all your assets. Because if he can prove 2020 was stolen, that is the one thing that changes the course of America. That is the one thing that destroys the Democrat brand. That is the one thing that allows Trump's DOJ to charge RICO and end the Democrat Party forever. This is the one thing that proves our entire country, our entire government, our multi-trillion-dollar national budget was hijacked and stolen. And therefore, everything done in the past 4 years by Biden and Democrats is now null and void. This is the one thing that officially makes everyone acknowledge that Trump is the most popular president in history because he won 3 elections with the most combined votes of any president in history, 214 million votes. This is the one thing that proves America really is a sea of Republican red. And not only did the GOP win the past 3 presidential elections, but perhaps even more importantly, Democrats have also stolen dozens of U.S. Senate and U.S. House seats. The GOP would have had huge majorities in the Senate and House to pass anything and everything Trump wanted if it wasn't for the biggest scam in world history, stolen elections by Democrats. So how does President Trump make it happen? All roads lead to Elon, the same guy who runs Doge and is proving our tax dollars are being wasted and looted, and millions of names on the Social Security rolls are frauds, and millions of names on the voting rolls are illegal aliens, and hundreds of thousands of government credit cards are being used for fraud and theft. That same guy who did all that is the perfect guy to prove 2020 was stolen. Elon and that same Doge team are the perfect investigators and auditors to crack the stolen election code too. Doge can prove the 2020 election and multiple congressional elections before and since were stolen. If Elon and Doge can't prove it, no one can. But here comes the grand finale. Are you ready? There's a much more important role that Elon was born for, that Elon is perfect for. Elon is filthy rich. No surprise there, right? The richest man on earth. Even with the heavy stock losses of the last couple of weeks, even with Tesla at lows for a long time, Elon is today worth, get this, $370 billion. To Elon, 500 million is like me taking a $1 bill out of my wallet. 500 million means nothing to Elon. It's 1/2 of 1 billion, and Elon has 370 billion to spare. I pitched this idea in a commentary in late November 2020. It would have worked then, and it will work now. But the big difference is we now have Elon on our side, and he has all the money in the world. My idea back in November 2020 was to offer a $500 million reward fund for proof of the stolen 2020 election. Money makes rats talk. Money is the only way to get the rats who stole the election or witnessed it to come forward and testify. To prove the election was stolen, we need witnesses. Elon is the man to put up the $500 million reward. Offer a piece of that $500 million reward pot to anyone who comes forward and participated in stealing 2020 and other elections. Also offer amnesty. So if you come forward and testify, you won't go to prison. You stay a free man or a free woman, and you get to live the rest of your life on a Caribbean island with 10 million or 20 million or $50 million. Not bad. You want to prove 2020 was stolen? You want to bring hard evidence to the American people that they can't deny? Remember the signature line from Kevin Costner's movie, Field of Dreams? It was, build it and they will come. Well, it applies here. Offer 500 million and the Democrat frauds will come. The rats will abandon the sinking Democrat ship if the reward is large enough. Without offering an attention-getting huge reward, no witness will ever come forward. They're too scared of being murdered, or their families being threatened, or their careers being ruined, or going to prison. Elon Musk can make it all happen. Prove it, then charge the Democrat Party with RICO, bankrupt the party, destroy the brand name, make Democrat a dirty word. The American people, not radical leftists, of course, not the brainwashed leftists, but the average voter who isn't radical and isn't brainwashed will turn against Democrats forever. It will take Democrats decades to rebuild. In those decades, Trump and his GOP successors and the GOP Senate and House will make America great again. End of story. Happy ending. Thank you, Elon. All right. This segment of the show sponsored by the main title sponsor of America's Top 10 Countdown, Energized Health, founded by my great friends John and Chelsea Jubilee. This is not just your program, it is my program for life. Energized Health changed my life. They made my life because of what I lost and what I gained. Energized Health is not a traditional weight loss program. Those don't work. We all know that. It is a fat loss program. I didn't know I had an ounce of fat to lose, yet I lost about 25 pounds of fat, including dangerous inner body visceral fat, gained about 10 pounds of muscle in the first 88 days on this program. I also gained 3 new TV shows past the age of 61. Has that ever happened in TV history? Nope. I also lost years in my face. I look younger now at age 63 than I did at age 50. Put the pictures on the screen. Me at age 50, 14 years ago, and me at age 63, about to turn 64. It is amazing. Who reverse ages? Energized Health was my fountain of youth. I'll be on this program for life because it's simple, it's easy, and it's healthy. Here's your chance to be like Wayne. Energized Health can change your life and supercharge your health just like it did for me. Right now, Energized Health is offering my fans 40% off. Just type in war or say war when you speak to their representative. Go to energizedhealth.com. That's energizedhealth.com. Say war or type in war, and you go on the same journey as me. You change your life like me, and you get 40% off. Energizedhealth.com. Thank you for sponsoring this show. We'll be right back, and we will start America's Top 10 Countdown.
Show is brought to you in part by Energized Health. Transform your health from the inside out with intercellular hydration.
Do you suffer in pain? Are you stiff and less flexible? Do you have trouble sleeping? Are you less active than you once were? Introducing the EasyWell Remedy Massage System that combines the incredible effects of vibrational therapy, targeted deep tissue shiatsu massage, plus soothing infrared heat. A triple fusion of therapeutic experiences delivering health-boosting treatments to your body. Full-body vibrational therapy increases blood circulation, bringing relief to joints and muscles and reducing inflammation while supporting your overall mobility. Look at these beads moving from the powerful vibrational motors.
It's amazing. It's like 1,000 little fingers just vibrating my body from head to toe.
Infrared heat penetrates deep to relax and soothe your body, reducing joint pain and stiffness and increasing circulation.
Remedy gets in there and helps deal with the source of the pain, so you feel much better.
The Ultra Shiatsu pillow with 6 infrared heated nodes is designed to mimic a professional massage specialist's hand kneading and working tight muscles in just the right way to bring maximum relief and pleasure. It is even detachable, allowing you to get a deep tissue relief in your upper and lower back, neck and shoulders, feet, calves, or anywhere on your body.
I can't even describe to you the feeling. It's just something that you're gonna have to feel for yourself.
Call or go online now to receive the Remedy Massage System. Your system includes the Zero-G memory foam layer, the vibrational infrared and ultra shiatsu therapies, the removable shiatsu pillow, remote control, and a convenient carry bag free. Just one massage visit can cost almost $100, but you can own the Remedy Massage System and have as many therapeutic treatments as you want. The sooner you order, the sooner you can experience the true remedy for your pain, stiffness, and stress. Call now.
Do you have stains in your carpet that won't come out? You need Horsepower Bullshot, the all-new hands-free carpet cleaner and deodorizer. Just spray, and the stain and odor go away. Got pet messes? This black light shows a urine stain is gone in just seconds. The advanced foam action formula penetrates deep to emulsify and neutralize stains and odors. It erases blood stains, makeup, juice, coffee, and more. For older and tougher stains, just give it a little rub and watch as Bullshot works its magic. Red wine spill? spills, they're no problem for Bullshot. And watch up close as burnt bacon grease stains are obliterated right before your very eyes. Get horsepower Bullshot for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low, low price. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-690-6127 or visit buybullshot.com. So call 1-800-690-6127 or visit buybullshot.com now.
All right, Wayne Allen Root, the Root's on fire. Welcome back. This is our start of our countdown. America's Top 10 countdown begins in this segment. I want to mention the sponsor of this segment. It is Advantage Gold. Did you know that central banks around the world are buying gold at record levels? Well, you must know because every day, it seems, gold goes to a new all-time high. It's been going up $100 a day. Over 1,000 tons of gold have been sold this year to central banks, and it's getting bigger every day. What do they know that you don't? They see what's coming. Rising inflation, rising debt, a weakening dollar, unstable economy. And while they're loading up on gold, most Americans are sitting on paper money that's losing value every day. Gold is real money. And if you want to protect your savings, your retirement, and your future, you need to learn how gold can protect your wealth. That's why my friends at Advantage Gold are giving away a free gold guide so you can understand how to own real physical gold before it's too late. And I'm with you. I just called Advantage Gold, and we're setting up an IRA in all physical gold for me for 2024 and for this year, 2025. So text ROOT to 85545 right now to claim your free gold guide. Text ROOT, R-O-O-T, my last name, to 85545. That's ROOT to 85545. Or if you don't like to text, call toll-free 800 national number, 800-450-2566. That's toll-free 800-450-2566. Don't wait till the next crisis. Take action now. And if you happen to miss that phone number or that text, just email me, wayneroot@gmail.com, and I'll give you all the important digits for you to call, okay? All right, the countdown begins. Countdown number 10. So some poll numbers that you won't hear from the mainstream media. Trump is more popular than ever. In the latest Daily Mail JL Partners poll, Trump is approval rating 54%. He's up 54, down 46, ties an all-time high. It's also 5 points higher than in March before the full tariff details were announced. So who says tariffs are unpopular? 64% of young Americans 18 to 29 approve of Trump. Hispanics approve of Trump, 46-43. In a Harvard-Harris poll, voters approve of deporting illegal alien criminals by 74% to 26%. They support closing the border, 70% to 30%. They support eliminating waste and fraud, the very job that Elon and Doge are doing, 69% to 31%. They want men banned from women's sports, 65% to 35%. These were all landslides. They want DEI and racial preferences eliminated for government contracts and hiring by 60% to 40%. And get this, 57% of Americans approve of Trump's reciprocal tariffs. Finally, Harry Enton, the data analyst on CNN, reports regretful Trump voters who wish they never voted for Trump do not exist. The left keeps saying everybody wishes they haven't voted for Trump. He's the data expert. He says there is no one like that. They don't exist. Everyone's happy they voted for Trump, and they would do it again in a second. Countdown number 9. All right, a few tariff stories you won't hear in the mainstream media. First of all, Honda to boost U.S. manufacturing and shift production from Canada and Mexico in response to the Trump tariffs. That's fantastic news. NVIDIA announces their AI supercomputers will be built entirely in the United States for the first time because of the tariffs. Fantastic. China's port volumes sink after Trump's tariff blitz. Just what I've said for months on this show. Trump will win the trade war with China because they have no choice. Without us, they are dead. They will sink in the water. Their economy will collapse, and the people will overthrow Xi. United auto workers boss has sided with Trump on tariffs. He stuns an MSNBC panel and says, I'm with Trump. He's protecting the U.S. auto industry. And finally, here's the important one. U.S. import prices tumble despite the China tariffs. I've said all along, who says it's automatic that prices will go up and there will be inflation because of tariffs? Perhaps China will have to eat the money. Perhaps other countries like Europe will eat the money. Perhaps the distributor in the United States and the importer will eat the money. But you may not be the ones paying it. And right now, import prices have gone down in the face of tariffs. Kind of amazing. Countdown number 8. Very simple. Deport George Soros and ban him from ever again stepping foot in the United States. He is a communist traitor and the worst troublemaker in America, my opinion. We all believe Soros-funded groups were behind open borders invasion of this country, with Soros's organizations funding NGOs, non-governmental organizations that brought millions of illegal alien criminals into our country. Now reports say Soros-funded groups are behind the lawsuit blocking Trump from deporting illegals. And Soros-funded groups are behind the lawsuit trying to keep birthright citizenship alive and well in the United States. Soros organizations, don't forget, funded all the big city DAs who are communists and let every criminal, even murderers, out. The minute they're arrested, they're out hours later in a revolving door. I'm guessing Soros is the one who funded BLM and defund the police. Soros is behind, and he is the funder of every horrible, terrible, awful thing that is happening in America and destroying our country. He is the main funder, in my opinion, of the intentional destruction of America. At the very least, he and his family, his son Alex, need to be banned from the United States. But what we'd all like to see happen is Soros finally charged with treason and indicted. Go on trial for treason. Countdown number 7. All right, Soros isn't the only crazy communist suicide bomber in America. Exhibit A, Fed Chief Jerome Powell, or if Soros is Exhibit A, maybe it's Exhibit B, Fed Chief Jerome Powell. Powell has tried in both Trump terms to destroy the Trump economy. He is the roadblock for making America prosperous again. Powell's got to go. Under his leadership, after the Fed cut rates day and night for Obama and Biden, they do nothing but raise rates or keep them too high for Trump. They're clearly trying to destroy the Trump economy. Powell is a deep state fraud, protecting the D.C. swamp and the world order. He's keeping Trump from making America great again and making America prosperous again. We need deep rate cuts right now, and to get them, we need Powell removed as Fed chief. Countdown number 6. So we are being attacked from all sides. This is the coup, right? This is the real coup that they talked about in 2020 and 2021, right? January 6, 2021. This is where they're trying to take over the government. And equally part of this coup, it's not just George Soros, it's not just Jerome Powell, it's the far left judges. A few headlines. Democrat Congresswoman Laura Friedman says the quiet part out loud. She admits House Democrats meet every single week with far left attorney generals to plot lawfare against the Trump agenda. And I guarantee you those attorney generals go to the judges to carry the water up the hill. Here's a few stories. Judge who blocked Trump from freezing EPA and energy funds is a former Democrat activist. Another one, breaking news, Obama Judge Chutkan blocks the EPA chief Lee Zeldin from clawing back $20 billion from Biden EPA slush fund. Judge blocks Trump from revoking legal status for 530,000 migrants who flew into the U.S. via the Biden program. Here's another one. Judge Chutkan's order requiring Citibank to disperse billions from Biden's climate sludge fund. It's being appealed. Here's crooked judge blocks Trump's plans to fire hundreds of employees at Elizabeth Warren's Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Here's an Obama judge extends the ban on Trump's Doge team from accessing American Social Security data to root out fraud. Here's an appeals court judge denying the bid of the DOJ to block the return of the illegal alien from the El Salvador prison. It goes on and on and on. The judges are the ones that are running and coordinating the coup against President Trump. Countdown number 5. Speaking of domestic enemies and evil radical communist traitors, there are really one in the news today that matters. Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York. She's in trouble, big legal trouble, big criminal legal trouble, fighting for her life, criminally referred to the DOJ by President Trump. Evil communists who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, Letitia. She's a holier-than-thou communist loser who may have committed mortgage fraud. The same person who set up Trump for destruction, who tried to bankrupt Trump in New York, who tried to put Trump in prison in New York, who led the New York witch hunts versus Trump with bogus made-up charges. Did she list her father as her husband so he could co-sign a loan to buy her properties? That's criminal. Did she list her homes in Virginia as her primary residences, even though she was Attorney General of New York, to gain favorable mortgage rates? That's criminal. Did she commit insurance fraud? Did she commit crimes by failing to disclose the properties under government disclosure forms? Time will tell. I just hope, and I hope we all hope, they're fitting her for a prison outfit, and ditto for Stacey Abrams. The only question is there enough fabric in the world? We'll be right back.
Do you suffer in pain? Are you stiff and less flexible? Do you have trouble sleeping? Are you less active than you once were? Introducing the Easy Well Remedy Massage System that combines the incredible effects of vibrational therapy, targeted deep tissue shiatsu massage, plus soothing infrared heat. A triple fusion of therapeutic experiences delivering health-boosting treatments to your body. Full-body vibrational therapy increases blood circulation, bringing relief to joints and muscles and reducing inflammation while supporting your overall mobility. Look at these beads moving from the powerful vibrational motors.
It's amazing. It's like 1,000 little fingers just vibrating my body from head to toe.
Infrared heat penetrates deep to relax and soothe your body, reducing joint pain and stiffness and increasing circulation.
Remedy gets in there and helps deal with the source of the pain, so you feel much better.
The Ultra Shiatsu pillow with 6 infrared heated nodes is designed to mimic a professional massage specialist's hand kneading and working tight muscles in just the right way to bring maximum relief and pleasure. It is even detachable, allowing you to get a deep tissue relief in your upper and lower back, neck and shoulders, feet, calves, or anywhere on your body.
I can't even describe to you the feeling. It's just something that you're gonna have to feel for yourself.
Call or go online now to receive the Remedy Massage System. Your system includes the Zero-G memory foam layer, the vibrational infrared and ultra shiatsu therapies, the removable shiatsu pillow, remote control, and a convenient carry bag free. Just one massage visit can cost almost $100, but you can own the Remedy Massage System and have as many therapeutic treatments as you want. The sooner you order, the sooner you can experience the true remedy for your pain, stiffness, and stress. Call now.
Do you have stains in your carpet that won't come out? You need Horsepower Bullshot, the all-new hands-free carpet cleaner and deodorizer. Just spray, and the stain and odor go away. Got pet messes? This black light shows a urine stain is gone in just seconds. The advanced foam action formula penetrates deep to emulsify and neutralize stains and odors. It erases blood stains, makeup, juice, coffee, and more. For older and tougher stains, just give it a little rub and watch as Bullshot works its magic. Red wine spills? They're no problem for Bullshot. And watch up close as burnt bacon grease stains are obliterated right before your very eyes. Get Horsepower Bullshot for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low, low price. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-690-6127 or visit buybullshot.com. So call 1-800-690-6127 or visit buybullshot.com now.
All right, Wayne Alaru, welcome back. This is our guest segment. I always love meeting with great guests who are making America great again and making America prosperous again. We've had this guest on several times because people love him and they send me emails demanding more. All my fans, radio, TV here on Real America's Voice and my podcast have seen this guy, heard this guy, and they want to hear more and they want to get involved with this project. His name is Mark Bruner. He's the founder and CEO of Lost Soldier Oil and Gas. His website, lostsoldier.com, to find out more, lostsoldier.com. He is a second-generation oil and gas legend. What that means is his dad was an oil and gas legend who produced billions of dollars for investors. And his companies have created more than $15 billion in shareholder value. Mark, the son, $15 billion, including Ultra Petroleum, which went from 15 cents a share as a public company to $200 a share in 9 years, one of the most amazing success stories in Wall Street history. A $10,000 investment grew to $13 million over those 9 years for investors. I just said 10,000 became 13 million. I've never heard of numbers like that. It must be one of the few in the history of Wall Street to produce a number like that. And without further ado, let's introduce him with his new project, Lost Soldier, Mark Bruner. Mark, how are you?
Hello, Wayne. It's good to see you again.
So it's great to see you. And the deal is that Trump has two goals, right? Number one, he wants to make America energy independent and make America the energy capital of the world. And number two, he wants to reindustrialize America and create lots and lots of good paying industrial jobs like you get in the oil and gas industry. So correct me if I'm wrong, Lost Soldier Oil and Gas could very well play a central role in both goals of this Trump second term.
That's right. That's the situation here is that the area we're in is a place called Jeffrey City, and before 3 years ago, it was a ghost town. At one time, it had 6,000 people that lived there servicing a uranium mine. Okay, and what ended up happening after 3 Mile Island melted down, this uranium mine started closing down, and the reclamation has taken place up till 3 years ago. And after the people that I got this from and put it together, after they got permits to drill it, they showed it to me. I drilled it, and it's by far the largest discovery I've ever made. And since I did Ultra, to compare it with, I think it's an order of magnitude bigger than what Ultra Petroleum had. Okay, so I'm very excited. I think within 10 years, we'll have thousands of people out here working for developing this oil and gas field.
Very exciting stuff. So you help make America energy independent, you help make us the energy capital of the world, and you help reindustrialize America with lots of good industrial oil and gas jobs and reinflate this town as well. Give them lots of people who are making money and spending money. Good for everybody. So let's talk a little bit about Lost Soldier. You mentioned that you put it together, you pieced it together. It took 40 years to piece Lost Soldier together. It's 40,000 acres in Wyoming and the surrounding areas. How did this happen, and why has no one drilled it before?
Well, no one could get any permits to drill it because Kennecott was out here with this uranium mine until they started, as I said, closing it in the 1970s. So no permits to drill it, okay? One of the exciting things is the federal government saw the potential, and they allowed the people that had it to put together what's called a federal unit. And the only problem is no one could drill it. The nice thing about the federal unit is that we've already got an agreement with the federal government to orderly develop this oil and gas field. So that's absolutely a wonderful situation, and the timing couldn't be more perfect.
And I remember last time you were on, you talked about you've already, because this area that you've got, the 40,000 acres you've got of Lost Soldier, is surrounded by successful drilling, oil drilling and gas drilling. You've already got the infrastructure there without spending a large amount of additional money. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct. Billions of dollars of infrastructure has been sunk into the ground for all the oil and gas fields that could be drilled out here. But the situation is these are old fields and the infrastructure is pretty much empty. So we're going to lay only a 5-mile line and we'll be in production, we believe, this year. And we expect within 3 years, based on this private placement we're doing, to have several $100 million a year in cash flow. And, we're very excited about that. We also have our own drilling company to be able to drill the wells, which is really a wonderful thing. These are all deep, high-pressure wells, and we believe that we're going to be not just drilling vertical but horizontal wells, and the volumes are going to be extremely high because of the overpressure that's in these zones. And you got to think about this as like a layer cake. And starting at 13,000 down to 16,500 feet, we have layer after layer after layer of natural gas reserves to drill and complete wells. Right now, based on the seismic and other stuff that we have, we see we can drill over 400 wells so far. And, we also have a deep project. We think there's a giant oil and gas field underneath. We'll be drilling a deep well down to 19 to 20,000 feet this year, looking for that as well. So very exciting times for us.
So, Mark, that leads me into my next question. Perfect timing. I was going to say to you, in our conversations, you and I, you've said that even though this is one of the largest gas discoveries, the largest of your career, you think, and one of the largest maybe in the history of America, it might be like the Permian Basin, but you think underneath the gas is an ocean of oil. What makes you think that? Then this would be a double grand slam home run for both gas and oil. But what makes you think there's oceans of oil beneath the gas?
Because there's a 400 million barrel oil field 12 miles south of us. And based on our estimates, internal estimates, we think this is at least as big, if not twice as big, as that field. So we're very excited. That field has been producing for 100 years. It still produces 3,500 barrels a day. It was discovered in 1917. And the name of the field is Lost Soldier Field. That's what I named my oil and gas company after, Lost Soldier.
And so, listen, here's an obvious question that a lot of people ask me. Why are you even going after investors? Why not just sell part of it off to some giant company like ExxonMobil or some other giant oil company and let them do the drilling and finding the oil and the gas, the discovery, the expenses, bring in the employees? Why do you want to do the whole thing yourself? Why not sell off a piece?
Well, the bottom line is all those investors that made so much money in Ultra, those are our investors right now because they're very excited about having the opportunity to have that kind of upside. So, between 3 to 5 years, we expect to go public. And when that happens, let's see what happens. We think we'll have a lot of proved undeveloped locations. We really look at something like with all those what we call PUDs, that an ExxonMobil, for example, that bought out Pioneer for $50 billion will be looking at us. So, in 3 to 5 years, we'll give everyone the opportunity to be able to get that kind of liquidity and that kind of upside.
What does the 2025 drilling and completion season look like for Lost Soldier Oil and Gas, 2025, this year? We're going to lay a 5-mile pipeline to hook into this pipeline that has 450 million a day of capacity. We expect to fill that up with this private placement in the next 3 years. We're going to complete the wells and put them into production with that pipeline, and we're going to drill the deep well, down to 19, 20,000 feet, looking for what we think is going to be that giant oil field. So it's very exciting. Even if we didn't find anything else, what we found so far is going to be fantastic. The 5 to 10 year plan is we plan to be the biggest producer of natural gas into California within 5 to 10 years. Wow, exciting stuff. Look, you're looking for accredited investors. People can even invest with Bitcoin. It doesn't have to be a check or cash. It could be Bitcoin. How does someone who's an accredited investor find out more information and get involved with this amazing Lost Soldier oil and gas project, Mark?
I think they go into lostsoldier.com and we'll get them the information that they need to assess the investment, and certainly be happy to talk to them on the telephone and answer any questions that they may have.
All right, the website is lostsoldier.com. Pretty simple stuff, lostsoldier.com. The project, 40,000 acres, took 40 years to piece together. It's called Lost Soldier Oil and Gas, LLC. That's the company, that's the project, but the website, lostsoldier.com. If you're an accredited investor, Mark wants to hear from you. If you want to hear more information, check it out. Fill out the form when you get to Lost Soldier. Mark and his people will get back to you as CFO and let you know all the details you need to know. lostsoldier.com. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you always being on the show. Good man.
Thank you, Wayne. Nice to see you again.
When we get back, it's time for the Final Four, otherwise known as Root Madness. We'll be right back.
Wounded Warrior Project empowers post 9/11 veterans and their families with life-changing programs and services.
I faced my PTSD, and I'm a better husband and father because of it.
We help warriors get the expert care and support to thrive.
I got involved. I got healthier. I got to be an athlete again.
Through our programs, community, and advocacy, we're proving
anything is possible.
Learn more at woundedwarriorproject.org/connect.
Did you know that somebody could literally steal your house? Yeah, that is a thing that happens. It is when a criminal forges your signature on one document, uses one fake notary stamp, they then take out loans using your home equity, and the worst part of it is, you don't even know it's happening until you start getting collections and foreclosure notices. This right here is why you need to use Home Title Lock.
Find out if you're already a victim. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. No matter how hard you try, it always comes out stuck on and dry. Until now.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker.
It's the easiest way to make fluffy, delicious rice every time.
Watch. 1, add the white cup for rice. 2, add the blue cup for water. 3, click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
White, brown, jasmine, pilaf, basmati, even sushi rice, all cooked just right. The secret is perfect cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops, and keeps it warm to serve.
Rice Robot's so smart it won't burn, overcook, or undercook, guaranteed.
Watch this. Add rice, water, olive oil, salt, 1 large tomato in the center. Click it, cook it, and look, amazing Mediterranean rice that's just bursting with flavor. But how about an egg fried chicken rice meal for the whole family in just minutes? And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. For a healthier choice, make quinoa, couscous, or cauliflower rice. Throw in turkey, rice, vegetables, potatoes, broth, and bring leftovers back to life. Elevate your party with a melty queso spinach or a s'mores dessert dip. Rice Robot is perfect for apartments, dorm rooms, and RVs. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Call or go online now and get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1, 2, 3 recipe guide, all for the special TV discount price of just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. You get it all, an incredible value for one low price. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-575-5956 or go to buyricerobot.com. So call 1-800-575-5956 or order online at buyricerobot.com today.
This segment of the show is brought to you by GreatPatriotStore.com. Shop for the highest quality American-made products at GreatPatriotStore.com.
All right, welcome back. The Root's on fire. RootForAmerica.com. My command central of my TV shows, radio shows, podcasts, columns. They're all there. WayneRoot@gmail.com is my email. Love to hear from you. This segment of the show sponsored by GreatPatriotStore.com. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household and personal products you're already buying at your local supermarket or at Amazon or Costco or Walmart. Now you can buy online at GreatPatriotStore.com, but the products are much less expensive, higher quality, made with no toxic chemicals, all made in the USA, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. This is how you beat inflation, and nobody at Great Patriot is woke. There are no woke employees. There are no woke executives. Great Patriot Store is not a secret anymore, obviously, because now there's over 2 million members. They've grown with my show. It's amazing. 20,000 American families joining every month. You should too. And they've expanded their beef division. Now you can get great products, great steaks, hot dogs, hamburgers, every cut of beef. The beef tastes amazing. It's all pasture raised. No hormones, no antibiotics, no mRNA ever. It's healthy, it's inexpensive, and exclusively available only to their members. So, like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. So don't wait. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com, fill out the form, and one of their team members will contact you right away. They're all conservatives and patriots, and in a matter of minutes, you are a member. For a limited time, everyone who becomes a member gets $100 in free store credit, and everyone gets an annual membership for only $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com. All right, time for the Final Four, otherwise known as Root Madness. And here is number 4. All right, the number 4 story of the week in my Final Four is actually a commentary that I wrote earlier this week for President Trump and sent it directly to him regarding the COVID vaccine. It is titled, "No American has ever said I regret refusing the COVID vaccine." So here are 3 simple, easy, reasonable, moderate steps President Trump can take to keep us safe. Look around. No one wants the latest COVID-19 booster. No one. Do you know why? It's the dirtiest secret in America. The mainstream media won't tell you this, but everyone who isn't blind, deaf, dumb, delusional, or in complete denial knows someone who is perfectly healthy, got the COVID jab, and dropped dead. And if they're being honest, everyone knows a dozen people, maybe friends, relatives, coworkers, neighbors, fellow churchgoers, a dozen people who have been injured, crippled, disabled, or immune damaged since they took the COVID jab. Millions of Americans regret taking the COVID jab, and they regret believing the lies, fraud, and propaganda of big government, big pharma, and the mainstream media, who all profited billions of dollars by lying to our face, exaggerating the benefits, there actually were none, and covering up the deaths from the COVID vaccine. But no one regrets refusing the COVID jab. All anyone who refused the COVID jab says nowadays is, thank God I did not take it. And that goes triple or quadruple for all 77 million Trump voters. All of us either refused the COVID jab or we wish we had refused. And we all want to hear President Trump take action to prevent further death, injury, and immune damage. So here are 3 simple, easy, reasonable, moderate things that President Trump can do to make things better coming from my crazy brain, okay? These 3 would be so easy to do. First, President Trump can issue an executive order removing the COVID vaccine and COVID boosters from the childhood vaccine schedule. Simple, not extreme, reasonable, moderate, easy to do, and the right thing to do. President Trump's been a guest on my TV and radio show 16 times. We agree on 99.9% of everything except the COVID jab. But he agrees with me that no one should have ever been forced to take it, and no child ever needed it, nor should any child take it. No healthy child in America has ever died from COVID. There's no reason to risk death, major heart injury, or serious immune damage for a simple virus that won't kill anyone who's young and healthy. But a well-known doctor recently announced, actually it was on Joe Rogan's show, that over 9 million American children have taken the COVID booster because it's on the COVID vaccine schedule. This is madness. Not one of them needed it. Not one of them was at risk of dying from COVID, but many of these kids will have their immune systems damaged for life and their lives ruined from the vaccine. Many will die prematurely, maybe not tomorrow, but maybe in 10 years when they're 18 or 28 or 38. Mr. President, In the words of Ronald Reagan, tear down that childhood vaccine schedule requirement. Secondly, Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders just signed a law making the miracle drug ivermectin available without prescription over the counter in any pharmacy in Arkansas. Bravo! Brilliant, Sarah. President Trump should issue an executive order doing the exact same thing nationwide. Ivermectin is considered by honest doctors as the gold standard to not only treat COVID-19, but any virus. It's a miraculous immune booster. It's been used by hundreds of millions of patients all over the world with literally no side effects. It's safe. Exhibit A. COVID hit one province. I don't know if they call it a province or a state, but it hit one province in India very hard. The government chose not to use the COVID-19 jab, right? Instead, they handed out ivermectin and vitamins for free to everyone in this province of 200 million citizens. Just one province, one state, 200 million citizens. What a great test case. COVID was wiped out in 2 weeks. Gone. Disappeared. No more death, no more hospitalizations, no serious illness. Just gone. Exhibit B. Me, Wayne Alaroot. I got COVID 2 weeks before my wedding in 2021. I took ivermectin plus mega doses of vitamins, including intravenous vitamin C. COVID was completely gone in 48 hours. I never missed 1 minute on radio or TV, and I saved my own wedding. Handing out ivermectin and vitamins to the American people instead of the COVID vaccine would have ended the COVID pandemic in weeks or maybe even days, with no side effects and almost no death. But if the FDA and the CDC admitted that ivermectin worked effectively against COVID-19, Big Pharma could never have gotten experimental emergency use authorization for the deadly, disastrous COVID jab. And therefore, Big Pharma would never have made hundreds of billions of dollars. They knew, the government and Big Pharma and the doctors and the AMA and the CDC and the FDA, they all knew ivermectin worked, but they banned it to make more money. Millions died because of their greed. That's called fraud and mass murder. President Trump, with the stroke of a pen, needs to make ivermectin available without prescription over the counter in any pharmacy in America. And finally, President Trump needs to ask his HHS Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., to do the simplest and most transparent thing in the world. Publicly announce the ingredients in the COVID jab and the side effects, just like TV ads are required to do for every other drug in America. Why not the COVID vaccine? Simple. Let the American people hear the list of COVID vaccine side effects: strokes, heart attacks, blood clots, turbo cancer, shingles, herpes, immune disorders, neurological disorders, and death, to name a few. Everyone in America, except the most radical, insane, brainwashed, delusional liberals, will choose to never again let the COVID mRNA jab anywhere near themselves, their children, or anyone they love. And President Trump will be loved, respected, appreciated, and wildly popular for taking these three simple, easy, reasonable, moderate actions. There you go. I hope President Trump listens. Time for countdown number 3. So this Carmelo Anthony racist hate crime, this black young man who allegedly murdered a white young man, Austin Metcalf, all I can say is, doesn't anybody have shame in America anymore? Exhibit A for everything wrong with America, the racism and hate crimes. 99% of them, even though they keep pointing fingers at Republicans and white supremacists, 99% of the racism and hate crimes is coming from the left. I see very little white hate crime and hate speech. I don't know any white people that hate black people, but there's plenty coming from black America towards white America. Now this kid's legal team is trying to make an alleged murderer into a celebrity and a hero. And the judge plays along. He reduces the bond from $1 million to only $250,000. So the family of the kid who murdered allegedly only needed $25,000, 10% to get him out of prison. And now he's walking the streets like you and me. Why? If a white teen murdered a black teen, would there be bail at all? Did the family of the alleged murderer use the $500,000 in funds raised from their supporters, which is a joke in and of itself? Did they use the money to rent a $900,000 home and buy a new car? We'll see. That's what people are saying. I don't know if it's true. And then the family of the alleged murderer kicks the father of Austin Metcalf, the father of the kid who got murdered. They kick him out of their press conference. Why? Are they afraid the truth might get out? Someone might counteract their lies and propaganda and the slander of a nice boy, Austin Metcalf, who was an innocent victim? Are they afraid someone might ask how murder could be called self-defense? Are they afraid someone would ask why a kid is bringing a knife to a track meet? And then, amazingly, the family of the murder victim, Austin Metcalf's family, is swatted. Someone called the police and said, send the SWAT team. There's a hostage situation in the house. These people, can you imagine doing that to people whose son just got murdered? Whoever made that phone call should be arrested and charged with domestic terrorism and serve decades in prison. Countdown number 2. Well, this story is about open borders and the stupidity of Democrats. Democrat governor of New Mexico, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham, has been forced to call out the National Guard to defend lawless Albuquerque, which experts are calling, by the way, the most dangerous city in America. In a state run by nothing but Democrats, New Mexico, in a city run by nothing but Democrats, Albuquerque, the city is now a third world crap hole, completely destroyed, looks worse than Nagasaki or Hiroshima after World War II, drugs everywhere, fentanyl epidemic everywhere. U.S. City is now controlled by the Mexican drug cartels. 65% of drug overdose deaths since 2023 are from fentanyl. Where do you think all the drugs are coming from? The open border and the millions of criminal invaders and gangbangers from MS-13 and Tren de Aragua that Biden and his boss Obama led into our country. And more insanity. The governor's only calling up 70 National Guardsmen, and they are disarmed. No guns, no weapons. She's going to get National Guardsmen killed. And the Mexican drug cartels are laughing at the United States of America. Countdown number 1. All right, as usual, open borders and the foreign invasion of America by illegal alien gangbangers is my number 1 story. This week's big story is the El Salvadoran illegal alien who's been deported to the Supermax prison in El Salvador. Democrats love this man. A U.S. senator went to El Salvador to meet with him and have coffee with him. They will do anything to bring him back. Like, that's what we need in America. One more gangbanger. Just a few quick headlines. Trump calls this Senator Van Hollen a fool after he met with the deported MS-13 suspect. And border czar Tom Homan said the guy didn't want to sign the Laken-Riley Act, meaning Senator Chris Van Hollen. He didn't want to sign the Laken-Riley Act for coddling. Now he wants to coddle an MS-13 terrorist. It's unbelievable. A new DHS memo reveals the details of this illegal that's been sent to El Salvador. He was identified as a member of a notorious MS-13 gang. He was allegedly on a terrorist watch list, is suspected of human trafficking. And last but not least, Maryland sheriff, where he's from, said the deported illegal alien backed by Democrats is 1,000% an MS-13 gang member and a domestic abuser of his wife. Wow, let's get him back to America, right? Democrats, they'll do anything for the most evil people in the world, but they hate us, the good people of America. Goodbye. That's it for this week's show. God bless you. God bless Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. God bless America. And viva my tax-free Las Vegas.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces?
I think as my hearing loss has gotten worse, I'm not as engaging as I was before.
Then it might be time to consider nano hearing aids. The days of expensive hearing aids are over. Recent changes in the law have allowed for over-the-counter hearing aids sold direct and shipped to your home, which means no more having to go to a doctor and spend thousands.
The fact that you're able to go direct, the pricing was phenomenal. It just was a win-win all the way around.
Nano hearing aids are incredibly affordable and deliver outstanding high-quality volume with superior noise reduction.
When you put nanos in your ears, it truly amazes me that you can hear so much better.
Don't mistake nanos for cheap amplifiers. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids. They are lightweight and simple to use, and their tiny in-ear design makes them nearly invisible. And best of all, they are rechargeable, saving you hundreds of dollars on batteries.
They are so small and so powerful. Just makes my life so much better.
Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids. Prescription hearing aids could cost $3,000 or more. Order now and get 2 Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $397. You get a free portable charging case, a $79 value, free 24/7 lifetime telephone support, and free shipping. Plus, all Nanos come with a 45-day money-back guarantee. Try them, and if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
Just so easy, so affordable. Just go ahead and do it.
Nano hearing aids are only $397. But wait, we are so confident you are going to love your Nanos, we are offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Order now and you'll get 2 Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. Call and order your Nano hearing aids right now and get all the benefits of being able to hear again without having to spend thousands.
Call 800-226-2107. That's 800-226-2107.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Call now and get this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. And if you call right now, as a bonus, we'll throw in a free annuity rate report. Don't miss out on this opportunity because supplies are limited. Both books are yours free, just for calling Annuity General today.
Call 800-899-6246.